Welcome to PIL, the Planetside Infantry League. This is 6v6. Two teams containing 6 players face off each other on a pre-selected base for 2 rounds of 15 minutes. The goal is simple: try to outscore your opponent. There are many ways to score points. Each kill of your opponent grants 1 point, with a few exceptions. A kill with a rocket launcher is worth 0 points. A kill as a max unit is also worth 0 points. But killing an enemy max unit will grant you 6 points no matter the weapon. The first capture or defense grants your team a total of 9 points. After this, a capture in the same round will grant your team a total of 18 points. As you gain points, there are some actions of which you will lose points. A team kill or a suicide makes you lose 2 points. A team kill on a max or suicide as 1 makes you lose 8 points. Each team starts from a designated spawn position from a vehicle called the Sunder. When the first round ends, both teams will switch sides. The team with the highest score at the end of 2 rounds wins the match. May the best team win.
And hello! We are finally back after around 2 months of since the end of the PIL Invitational. We are back for more 6v6. Hello, fellow planetmen. I'm at Epic, and I will be casting that opening match with Ross, my fellow mate from my team, Vodi, NC Cobalt, and yeah, I'm quite happy to stream with you, Ross. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all good, mate. I'm so happy to be here. Going to have great fun and a nice show here. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, indeed. The first match, the opening match, and we are starting with an unusual team, I would say. BRTD versus 1KPM. BRTD will be playing TR tonight. 1KPM will be playing VS, which this is the main faction of both teams, right?
Absolutely. This is their main faction, so that's the best case scenario for them, the peak side.
Yeah. 1KPM is from Cobalt. VS outfit it is Urge from Cobalt, also known as 418, NC Cobalt as well. And BRTD, you were saying they come from Miller, better rent than dead. So yeah, TR mains. Let's have a look a bit of on the schedule, because we have plenty of match today. We have 4 in total, and we have only 4 today, but we have more than 70 match throughout the tournament, throughout 5 weeks of tournament, 2 or 3 weeks of group stage. And yeah, we'll be starting with those 4 with right now BRTD versus 1KPM. Then right after it, so in 2 hours from now, we will have DAF versus RPN. And then right after it, we'll have ATP versus Prey. And right after it, so we pretty much go through all the matches in 3 hours. We have Bax B versus Tide. So yeah, we pretty much introduce all the groups. We are missing only Group C. And here we have a match about the orange bracket. So what is the orange bracket?
The orange bracket is the second bracket, actually. We got 6 teams on it. It's basically teams that just formed and were not competent enough to get on the second bracket. So we got them a little bracket of their level. Should get some interesting game for them and should get us a nice show to watch, I'd say.
Yeah, speaking of the match that we are going to have, we are going to jump onto Aiken Southern Lab, which is not the most easiest map to start on. It's a lot rotation oriented. Like you need to know the map, like where is your home, where is the opponent home, and from which balcony you can jump easily onto the point on, or from L shape to L shape. So we'll go a bit further on the map once we will jump in game. But let's speak a bit more about the roster, because I think we can point some interesting facts about the rosters because we are playing Aiken.
Absolutely. It's a map that will favor light assault, as you know. Boosters won't show big main light assaults on it, unfortunately. So we should have nice compositions there. We don't know who's going to flex. We don't know if we're going to have bolters. Starting by 1 kpm, apparently we have Kirk on the bolter side and Asian on the light assault side, while everybody else will be maining heavy assaults. And on the BRTD side, we have no bolters, at least not that we know still,
Not yet.
and
Yeah.
one light assault on Aphotics.
Yeah, so those rosters, this is theoretically the starting 6 from both teams. They can do subs right at the right between the two halves of the round. If you're new to 6v6, you had a little video right at the beginning, but we are playing 2 halves of 15 minutes, and then we have a half time where team captains can do strategy calls and substitution. But yeah, BRTD not having a bolt main, if Kirk's actually play bolts, can be really powerful, because he can sit on his main balcony and just have a spot at everything basically. Given that he stay alive, which will be really important, he needs to be protected a tiny bit by his light assault. So yeah, we will see the LA matchup quite a lot on this particular map. So yeah, let's jump right into the map, because yeah, we have, starting on the east side, not of America, but of Aiken Southern Lab, we have we have the TR of BRTD, and starting onto the western side of Aiken, we will have the VS onto the garage. And yeah, basically we will have the map will be split onto the home of one particular team, and then the north and south building. And there is one thing that you need. Let's talk about as a VS. As a VS, you need to keep keep in mind that your home building is linked via the balcony to the north building, and it's the opposite for the TR. So it does help a bit for the rotation. I think we will see a lot of gameplay go around those kind of rotation.
Yes, indeed, but do not be tricked by the easy implementation of those bridges here, because good players will be able to, even if there's no bridge on their side, to rotate on for example, on the south building from the VS side, because you got those little crates here, this little passage on the side of the bridges,
the
that
little
can
catwalk
get you pretty quickly
yeah.
to the other building, and good players will abuse of that passage here. So we'll see if it's used as much as we expect it to be.
Yeah, it can be a route of flank, for example, for BRTD to flank Kirk on the bolt. Kirk already hovering about the on the bolt, so yeah, decide to definitely go for it. Asian, the main LA for 1 kpm, hovers around the heavy assault for now, so maybe a secret loadout on his LA. For example, I know that the symbiote will eat out on your HP, and symbiote is quite popular for the LAs. So yeah, you don't want to have your HP being eaten by a symbiote inside you while you're basically waiting for the match to start. Our main ref, you can see him.
Hey,
Aylett.
he looks great.
Savior of the tournament, I would say, already. Tournament didn't start yet. First match didn't start yet. Aylett already saved the tournament. So we might have slight issue in terms of synchronization between the scripts on the stream and the scripts on the referee side. But we are testing right now a script that is online. And yeah, we should have synchronized scripts for the future match incoming. But this one is a bit a bit old school, like we did back in the day. Back in PIL1, we were we had script run locally, the very old script in Node.js that was not really reliable. Now we have a very strong and reliable script to use. Big thanks to Turtle, by the way. Basically developing the thing by himself, and he's doing an amazing job. And sometimes we just like, everyone was basically in holiday, and you suddenly had a message on the Discord by Turtle. Oh, by the way, I just had that into the script, and it's fucking amazing. So yeah, big thanks to Turtle. Big thanks to Alot. If he really managed to put the script on a server, that's going to be quite insane for the future match in this tournament. But yeah, I think both teams should be pretty much ready. We're basically waiting for the call of the referee on when we will start. And yeah, we should be starting anytime soon. Already 23 past 1. So
I mean,
yeah,
it's the first match. It wasn't.
I think we
perfect from the
can
start.
expect delays. Yeah, as long as the delay does not last longer than a game, which can happen. I know for a fact, like Line Smash, it was, I think the average delay on a match was about like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, that was quite
Quite a lot.
quite bad. But yeah, I don't think we had that much delay during the Invitational back in June or July. Was it July? Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, it was on
Yeah.
July, I think.
Yeah, it was on July, and I don't think we had that much delay, to be honest. So
No, it doesn't really matter on 66. It goes just too fast.
it's really, really quick. You don't like. It's not like you need to pull out an ESF and try wait for your nanites to come back. You don't need to synchronize 24 people in the battle. You only have 6, and yeah. I think while we are waiting, let's discuss a bit more about the schedule and about the teams that we are going to have. Like orange bracket, we have 16. Then we have the main, I would say main bracket, the blue bracket, with 4 group, 1 of 6 and 3 of 5, and and they started, so
The match has started indeed.
yeah, great.
There we go.
So this is the kind of issues of synchronization. So TR, they seems to go for a double LA lineup. Afrotix and Shifty onto the LA, already onto the northern side building. Kirk still on his bolt. Doesn't really provide any help here right now. Ashen trying to get those LAs quite low in HP, but big rotation coming in from the TR onto the northern side building. 3 are down already. The 4th one is dead. Oh, that is massive.
That's almost a full team wipe piece here, yeah.
That's a 5-for-1 trade. 5 for 2.
Is not
Sorry.
pushing too much though. They're really playing slowly right now, trying to secure the team wipe and not to spread out too much. We see them going for the spawn right now, the main home of TR.
Yeah, it's what you need to do once you get the first team fight. That was a very, very clean team fight here.
Yes.
Quite unexpected, to be honest, but we have a big rotation onto the home building of VS, putting pressure on Kirk. Kirk goes down, so we have basically VS inside the home of the TR and the TR inside the home of VS.
In the meanwhile, Asian gets double LAs from the TRs, so that's a 2-4-0 basically.
Yeah.
They're doing a very nice job there.
Burnhead goes down here into the other side. Asian goes down, but we do have the revenge coming in from LZ. Really important to get those revenge kill. Those deny a bit the advantage that one team has over another. So it seems that both teams managed to resecure their home building. Now we do have VS back in action into the home building of the TR. TR all playing upstairs, but watch out from behind as well. From the balcony, 2 goes down, 3 goes down. Can we have a 4th one? Once again, clean team fight from the VS, but we still have the light assault from the TR trying to contest onto the balcony thingy inside the L shape. And yes, traded with Kirk. No bolt, but we are in CQC, so bolters are not really relevant anymore, except if you are a very strong bolter and confident bolter, but bolting in CQC so hard.
Got a massive VS rotation on the south building, while their point is still pretty secure right now. They may get the cap on that team fight here. If they can try to secure it, that could give them the base on that side.
There is a lot of TR in front of the southern side building. It was at least 3. There is 2 VS inside. Watch out, the ELAs coming from the balcony. So does 1 heavy. We do get 1 kill onto Felzix. Goes down, Eradicator goes down as well. So VS do get the cap. And which is really important. You do get, I think it is 9 points from the cap.
Nice, yeah, it's a nice amount of points. You can grab what you can basically.
And we
but
also
now doesn't have the pressure of getting the point anymore. It's basically lost on that side. So maybe now they can try to regroup and really focus on getting those team fights done.
Yeah,
I hope for them they will bounce out of it.
Yeah, I really hope that the TR managed to regather. They didn't really have any really clean engagement. I think it's fair to point out that in the orange bracket, 1 KPM might be one of the best team in the orange. I think they just lack a bit the experience in 6v6 to really go up against experienced team. But other than that, they should be quite strong into this orange bracket.
They've shown nice rotations at least. That's pretty nice. On this map, it's pretty important to get those rotations, as you said on the introductions. While tier forces get pretty much scattered all around, they can't get quite a nice foothold on any building right now. They're getting picked off by VS rotations. While they're trying to get the VS home right now, we got 1 down. VS is rotating again, and that's a full wipe on their building.
Yeah, we still have 1 TR being alive, should be cut down anytime soon, right onto the point. This is still, as you said, rotation so important because you can flank from basically everywhere on this map, and suddenly you have people front, right, left, and center. So yeah, they're really difficult to really grasp the full rotation of 1 team. Speaking of net score, we do have a Fotix on the TR on BRTD being on a 0 net score, which is really important for this player. Erg was on 0 net score as well, so we do have some player who do get some kills. Yeah.
Which is pretty important, because VS is showing a big dominance right now, so having at least trades on your score is pretty nice, I would say. But on a side note, VS has pulled a second light assault, we haven't pointed out, but it's pretty important. I don't know if TR light assaults pulled that much pressure. That was a nice shot. That was really violent.
Yeah. With the black end, where like this base, if you are quite strong with the black end, you can do a lot of damage. DLA sends to the buff with the carabine, don't have cone of fire when they use their jump backs. And yeah, oh my god.
Nice.
1v1 heavy versus LA. DLA wins the 1v1. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. And
you need to win those 1v1s. Still, we are playing into the home building of TR. They really can't get a grasp on that building, get a hold on that building. They do fight for Cubby here, with one of the TR being still alive. He's not being pressured by any VS, so it's good. Oh, right just I tell this, does get a kill. Fell 6 falls down. Oh yeah.
We got the reinforcements coming from behind. They can get the VS.
Yeah, they got 3 kills.
Going down 2. There we go. We got some nice team fights here.
Yeah, that's really important. You need to build on those team fights. The points difference is quite a lot right now. in terms of 6v6 standard.
Yes.
But yeah, the cap do play quite a lot, and I just noticed that we have a fancy little flag added by Turtle to show that one team has captured a base. Really good to have that kind of flag, because sometimes you kind of forgot if a team had capped before or during the round at least. So yeah, for now I don't see how the TR can just regather and play for the point. They just regather and play for their buildings.
They got to take their disengagements pretty slowly, going 2x2, 3x3, and try not to get spread out, because VS is trying to get those 1v1s, because they're winning them pretty consistently.
Even
right
with
now.
LA.
And TR only hope right here at on this side at least is to get 2v1s, getting those team fights and winning them, as we said. On a side note, Kirk switched from bolter to heavy, so we got no more bolter on the map right now.
Yeah,
it's 2 LA each and 4 heavy assaults.
Looking at the status of the match and the way it's going on, bolter, you're not really efficient playing in CQC right now. So you better like swap off the bolter and take the heavy. Be a bit more robust.
TR doesn't really push anymore, so there's not real good angles the bolter could take right now.
Yeah.
They better switch on heavy. That was a good call, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like if TR were a bit more present in the base, we could have stayed on the bolt. But yeah, right now CQC pretty much as good as dead. Asian took down a lot of damage from the double LAs. Does play with the head glitch here, so Shifty might be at disadvantage. Will push right into the flash. Can Shifty get at least one kill? Got spotted. The 1v2 Athletics didn't really help that much. Really difficult. No. You don't really have the upper hand in those kind of engagement as the LA coming from the opposite side. You don't have the head glitch here.
You don't even have to push on on that context. It was TR is playing pretty defensively right now. They're staying on their own building. The LAs are the only one that are trying to push out, and that's very efficient for now.
I feel like if TR were to push a bit more onto the south building and not headbutt into their homes, it could allow them to recapture a bit of the map. Because right now they kind of trap. They do get a big rotation, but maybe a bit too much rotation. Oh, Kirk does get one kill. Very important. In that 1v4 situation, getting one kill for Kirk, really great. Athletics goes down.
Intel, so that's that. And you traded your life, so that's even better.
Yeah. Yeah, and suddenly the big rotation from the TR is not as big as it was.
They lost the momentum, and now VS is slowly going around, pushing them from multiple angles, and
they were trapped.
There you go. You don't have any more TR on the north building.
Oh, Shifty! From the window, Shifty! Can he get one? Does get one.
Gets one. Nice!
I think, like, there was one problem with the push from the TR into the northern side building, is that they stopped. Yeah, and as soon as they stopped, the VS rotation can come around and flank them from every direction possible, to be honest.
And since VS are pretty consistently winning the LA fights, you don't want to stop on those buildings. That gives the that gives the VS LAs the time to go around and flank you and give the intel spot you. You don't want that. You don't want that at all.
Yeah, true. I would really love to see, like, I know for a fact that in LSV we were at the beginning at least we were playing with duos, and I would love to see duos coming, some on the southern side building and some on their homes, like to have a bit of a pincer maneuver, to be honest, onto the balcony, because you can do that rotation really easily, at least for the TR. So yeah, I would love to see the TR a bit more spread out and dynamic onto the map.
As much as it should give a nice show, I'm not sure that's the best strategy for them. I mean, not 2v2, maybe 3-3 would be nice. That would be fair.
Yeah, probably. It's just like I don't really count the LAs, so.
Yes, indeed. That's another thing.
So right now we do have some action into the southern side building. VS had some members. Felsix still into Cubby, being rushed by 2 players. One on his back, doesn't get a single kill. Unfortunately, good trade by the TR. You need to take those engagements one by one. What's your character name? Does get the kill on Bourbon Head. Yeah.
Good picks there.
You need to pay attention to those rotation. Big kill onto Prodigal.
Prodigal was spotted because of the point as well, so that didn't help at all.
I think there was some crossfire as well from the LA. 2 minutes remaining here, and we have a 31 point gap.
That's a comfortable advance.
Yes, pretty much. Knowing that they scored +9 by the cap. 31. Since a kill is worth 1 point, yeah, you would need, for BRTD at least, you would need to do 31 kills without getting killed, just to tie the match.
We got a nice push from TR going on the VS home right now.
Yeah.
They seem to be waking up.
A big
5 minutes before the end of the round.
Oh, look at the LA-ation. Onto the vine and the tree. Felsix goes down.
Gets 2 from
the 2-for-1
nice
trade.
kills.
The revenge. Can we tie? No, not even. The 3-for-1. Oh yeah, but character name was watching for the revenge. Can you get the last one, TR?
He
No,
won't.
not quite.
That will give the VS time to come back. Oh, almost got him from Bum Bum. Almost got Daishan. They've been a nice pick there. And now
that was a nice engagement. That's the kind of engagement that we need to see by the TR. Just take a 3v1, a 2v1 kind of engagement, and you will win them. Because
Absolutely.
I feel like in 1v1 situation they might not get the trade. Here, just jump right there. 2v1 situation. Kirks, try to go for Kirks. Kirks goes down. We do have Eradicator going down, but without taking X-Dam in the process.
So we can see that TR can get those critical engagements. They can do it. They just need to get their confidence going back. They can do that. They just need to be more aggressive.
And look at the way VS is currently flanking from the point directly onto the southern side building. That was a 2v1 situation. Kirk goes down. Desi should have killed. Unfortunately, may have missed a bit.
Not sure he connected the Desi shot.
Didn't quite connect. 10 seconds remaining. Should be the end of the first round.
And now it's
And there we have it. 74 to 97. Quite a gap. Quite a gap.
You got to tell me, Atypic, do you think TR can come back from that?
No. I would be frank.
Yeah,
No, they can't. I don't think they can't. I feel like the way VS played is just... Yeah. The way VS played on how TR played. Like, TR really liked to play as a unit. Okay, we are going to push as 4, we are going to push as 5 or as 6 with the double LAs. But they suddenly stopped because like they arrived at destination, and once they arrive at destination they don't quite know where they want to go now. So since they don't know, they stopped, and then the rotation from the VS is just so great that they can't quite that the TR can't quite handle the rotation from the VS. So yeah, I don't think that the TR can come back. They do show some good sign, but they would need to be consistent, and those signs might come from the VS being so dominant that they don't have ammo anymore, they don't have medkits anymore, and they can't quite sustain any longer. But on a 1v1 kind of situation, I would give the win to VS like 70% of the 70-80% of the time.
I guess their chance could be on the psychological level. I'd say VS played pretty much better in every ways they could.
Yep.
They just kind of fell apart on the end because TR pushed pretty aggressively and they didn't expect that. So my guess would be that if TR can come back to their spirits, go aggressive, play the game they want to play, sticking together, having nice rotations on 3-on-3 or 2v2s, as you said, they could do it. They could maybe manage to get the cap. That could give them some spirit back. They could
Yeah.
do it. It will all depend on if VS cause take it a bit easy or
Yeah,
and if
it's true.
TR
Like
can come
we
back.
had a very strong 2 minutes on the TR side, which they managed to cut down a little bit, like the gap between the two teams. Like
Yes.
we were on a 31 gap, and now we are on a 23 gap. So yeah,
That's
we
something.
we did. Yeah, that's quite a lot, to be honest.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's just VS not playing great right at the end. But yeah, they would need to VS to not play great in order to catch up. But can VS try and stay consistent? Because I think they could technically do it. Stay consistent in the match. And 23 points is still quite a tough task to do. Very tough task to do. Because we need to take into consideration that 1 KPM might cap the base once again.
Yes, indeed. It will all come down to the first minutes, I say.
Yeah, it's true that a lot of the domination from the VS came from the early minutes, capturing the base in pretty much like 3 minutes, not even. So yeah.
TR task will be pretty much to avoid to get spawn camped, and if they are getting spawn camped, to avoid to stick on that that thing for too long, as
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah,
They
they stick
go
to
around.
pushing their home building
Yes.
for quite a while. They saw that it wasn't working, and they decided to push a bit on the north. Wasn't working that well, but was kind of working. Like started to work, I would say. And so when they started the rotation to the south, it's at that time that they started to come back a bit into the round. So yeah, I think if they don't want to like focus and tunnel vision into one single task, which is retake your home building, because yeah, that can be quite a death trap to try and retake that home building without retaking some buildings around. Because we've seen when they are playing static, they get overrun by the rotation of VS.
The match is starting.
Yeah, there we go for the second round.
We got 2 lays on the VS side. Sticking with their 2 lays. Is Kirk going bolter? No, so they're sticking to their 4 heavies and 2 lays.
Yeah, and it seems like everyone is going for the northern side buildings. So it's quite popular to have, at least in blue-black bracket, I would say, to have the two teams just avoiding each other for the first few seconds of the round. Just because, like,
things,
yeah. So VS onto the low ground, TR onto upstairs. Xdan is already dead. I saw those Prodigal as well. So yeah,
going down here, and
they are just taking bad fights. This is bad fights being taken took by the TR. You don't want to take 3v1 situation because you can't even win those 1v1s. And
you certainly prefer to fall back at that point, yeah.
Oh, Carrot's name. That's a very bad fight that you want to take. Like it goes both ways, to be honest. Like I think both teams are making mistakes, but VS are making a lot less of them.
As it now, yes, you are right. I mean that's the point of the thing. The less errors you make, the less mistakes you make, the best chances you have to win the match. So.
Oh yeah.
So there we are. TR getting spawn camped. So let's see if their strategy is going to be any different from the first side. Got everybody going for the first ODC.
Head goes for a tiny flank in his home building, goes for Cubby here. See that there is no one into Cubby. But yeah, suddenly you're facing the VS in front. Can they get into their home building? Burn is dead
We got a nice light assault push here, but one goes down.
by the window.
The second goes down for a nice flank from Eradicator here.
Like
Remnant
the
of the
push,
char gets
I
pushed down.
really like the idea. Yet the push is so slow from BRTD. They took like 20 to 30 seconds to regather, start to regroup, wait for Burn to push with a conk, then have Burn pushing onto Cubby, join the main ball and pushing as one. So they need to be a lot quicker because the cap is already like nearly gone. 6 seconds remaining, and we might have 1 KPM capping.
So we got the light assault pushing from the south building, while the heavy assault goes for the north, assuring a crossfire there. Not a bad idea.
Oh, TR going heavy for the North character name. Being a bit trapped. Does take down one. Can he take down another one? Take down Prodigal. Very low in HP thanks to the Desi shot. Goes down.
When the trade. Nice trade from Bumble.
That's I think it is a 2-for-2 trade, even though 3 TR have died. Because there was a kill on with the Decimator.
And Gradation waiting for the light assaults to show up on the side of the home of the TR.
Oh yeah, that's
Nice
a sneaky
spot
spot. That's a sneaky spot, to be honest.
That's silly. That's not cool. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's a trap, boy.
Surprise light assault on your face. You go down. Is the second going down as well?
Will Shifty go down?
Doesn't. Nice pick from Shifty.
We nearly had the revenge from Eradicator as well. Eradicator to jump onto the balcony. Can he take down Erg here? He does.
And we got fights going left and right. Everybody's going down, and we got a few remnants.
And
on
I
the
really like
TR home.
I really like what Burn just did. Even though he died during his flank, he was coming from the northern side building, which is so great from BRTD to do those kind of rotation, because you need players to do those, like to punish over aggression onto your home building if you want to retake that home building. Burn a bit alone here.
Going pretty much alone there, yes.
Yeah, he would need to be accompanied by at least one of his LA coming from another window. Here, big fight onto the low ground of that northern side building. Prodigal goes down, and that's VS retaking the north building and should start the rotation into
Nice
their
pick
home.
from Kirk. See how VS can gather on the TR pushes so quickly. As soon as you got a knife timing from TR, you get punished so severely from VS. Eradicator coming at the help of his second light assault, taking Shifty. Nice pick there, while we have VS pushing on the TR mine home.
Eradicator wasn't looking here. Aphotix with the kill. VS a bit stuck here onto the northern side. Can't quite know where they want to push now. But character name goes all alone for the big flank below the balcony. Into Cubby. He will go upstairs and might be a good flank. Does miss the couple crucial first bullet. Take refuge into Cubby. Can he take the 1v1 versus Xdan?
No,
Xdan with the push and with the kill.
I think there was a bad focus on the player he shot at first.
Yeah.
Should have taken the other guy.
Yeah, probably. I think it was surprised. I think it was surprised by Xdan, who turned his back to turn basically. Xdan playing a bit for the point, a bit too late, but
it's the
still.
first time we see the point going red.
Yes, yes, it is. It is in fact. But yeah, I think it's a good time to just remind that even though you get captured, you can still recapture back the points. It will grant you 2 times the points of the worth of a single cap. So a single cap is +9, so it will grant you 18.
Which is basically what you want to do if you're sure you can capture back the points, because that's a lot of points you can get.
I think like a second cap in the same round should go naturally. Like
Yes.
naturally, you miss out on the first few minutes, therefore you got cap, but suddenly you regather and you play more seriously, and suddenly you have more control over the map, you have more control over the point, and I think it was one of the situation that happened one time back in PIL1 when we were playing with Vodi, which we were playing horrible during the first few minutes of the map, the round, and suddenly we lost the base, but we managed to regather and not really recapturing back the points, but more like winning the round.
Yeah, definitely. It's a nice mechanic. It means that if you went pretty bad on the first minutes, you can always come back from that. I like the idea. It's rarely seen though, because as you said,
Oh, Shifty.
nice shot from
Oh,
taking down
Shifty.
Shifty. That's not the first time he does that. Those are some
Shifty, this
very
is
good
nasty
shots.
what you took.
Ashen is consistently putting those nice shots there. That's nasty.
yeah.
Very nice plays.
Very good with the being very good with the black ends, so important on LA maps and especially on Aiken, where seems like a small map, but you can do a lot of difference by zoning the other LA, at least with only the black end.
Absolutely. We got
Plus,
a nice.
plus you can help on
Prodi-
some rotation.
Prodigal. Let's see if it goes somewhere.
Has been spotted,
Nice.
does get a kill.
Gets
Eradicator
Eradicator.
goes down. It will drop onto the main building of VS. Unfortunately, I think he has been spotted, yes.
And that's
Goes
the
down,
problem.
Kobe.
He goes directly to Kobe and gets pretty much spotted during it, and
Yeah.
gets
I
absolutely
think
wiped.
when you go into Kobe, you need to take your secondary, the underboss, the commissioner, just because it is such a quick time to kill.
Yes.
You
If
don't
you
want
know you're
to
being
stay
spotted,
with
you
your
get
primary.
to get those kills pretty fast, and other than that, you get to go aggressive, going upstairs directly or doing something unpredictable.
Yeah, now we do have some rotation coming in from the TR onto the southern side building. They do play for the strength of their LAs. They do have the head glitch. We do have Ashen with the kill onto Athletics. Does get the follow-up onto Shifty. And now we do have the VS back in control of southern side. The rotation of TR wasn't quick enough, and now the reinforcements are coming in into their home building.
Let's see now if VS tries to go for the home. Doesn't seem like it. At this point, yes, they're trying. Going
Turk.
around, flanking from the point. Got those light assault engaging each other's.
Oh, Exdan goes down. Head
And there
is
we
all
go.
alone upstairs.
Yes. Okay, going down. We got nobody left. Yes, the reinforcements of TR are coming in. Stinge is there. Eradicator coming from the flank. There's no one left here.
Yeah, basically all VS here. Exdan is back. Eradicator is down, so good thing. One of the LA is down, but you still have Ashen watching over the roof. Shifty goes down, does get the trade with Ashen.
Tinge having a nice double kill there. Comic kill. Very good engagement.
Character name back into Cubby.
So we got a few VS on
upstairs.
their home. I think they can buy enough time for the rest of them to come. It will all depend on TR if they can manage to sweep that pretty quickly or not, which they are not doing right now.
Yeah, so we have basically everyone being in positive in 1 kpm, but with very strong players like Kirk and Ashen on plus 14 respectively, and then we do have character name on plus 6, Farsi onto a plus 8, and basically pretty much everyone in BRTD is on negative.
Nice
And
trade
with
from Stinge.
someone Shifty and Xdan being on a minus 11 both.
The LA engagements have been so much on the VS favor on these,
yeah.
on both
Yeah.
sides, I'd say even.
I think like Eradicator and Asian. Eradicator more like on a flanking LA, and Asian more on a LA specialist. I would say with the black end shots.
Absolutely.
And he's 1v1, okay, that he tends to win the 1v2 even sometimes. Eradicator goes a bit more onto the flanks and drops onto the heavies. Heavies being trapped here a bit onto the skinny ledge into the L shape. Oh, beautiful
Here
indeed.
has a lot of those off timings. They try to push all at the same time, but it just doesn't work. I don't know if it's a comp problem or if VS is really pressing them so much they can't go around. But each time they're trying to push, there's just one getting picked. They're getting picked off one by one, pretty much.
VS
It just
decided
doesn't
to
feel like a group effort.
yeah, VS decided to retreat a bit, letting the TR taking back their home building, maybe because they needed to redeploy Kirk, being all isolated, being taken down. And TR back in the north building, being split a bit, because there are 3 heavies, which means there is 1 heavy being all alone or isolated.
Felix having a double kill on the same door. That's very nice shooting there. He conks right after that, but there's pretty much no one left.
Yeah, there is no one. There is no one left to kill.
That's really a safety one, just to say, okay,
I just
wasn't
conked.
expecting to kill everybody at that point.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
got a team kill there,
down.
unfortunately, from Stinge, and Stinge goes down right after that. That gives TR a bit of momentum to come back from that. Now they get to push. They got to go somewhere.
they have to do
take
something.
forward.
Don't
Yeah.
stay in your home building just for the sake of staying in your home buildings. Try to, while still doing something interesting, you need to take back at least one of your annex buildings, which is the north.
It's very important for the light assault fights, because as soon as you get one of the other buildings, you can get the fire on the other roofs, and then your light assaults have a little bit more of cover from your heavies, and then they can do something.
Look at the VS repartition onto split onto the base. It was such a great pincer maneuver, a beautiful concave around the L shape, the home building of the TR here. Doesn't pay out in the end, which means
Was a
like
good idea.
but yeah, it was a good idea, like to come from every angle possible. As
That's why we were saying TR is very much in a defensive statue right now. They don't even want to push that, even though they do -4, -5. They just don't even try it anymore. They just stay in their building, and there's just one guy pushing from time to time, and the guy's alone, and he gets killed right after it.
Oh, Burn. Good rotation here against
Nice
Eradicator. Can he stay alive? He does.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah.
Coming back in this main building. Going for another round. Kirk gets a kill.
Oh, Asian onto Shifty. Already 2 kills, very clean onto Shifty. And there it is, end of the round. And end of the match even.
Yes.
For... so yeah, BRTD very rough match, to be honest, for them. They weren't quite at the same level of to the one KPM was playing, skill wise, rotation wise. Yeah, that they were just a tad bit better for 1 KPM.
Even though they had some nice plays on the first one, I think the second one was pretty much even worse. On every point they just collapsed pretty much. There was that one guy, Herg, on the BRTD side that was on positive actually at the end of the first round, which is now who's now on -11. So that's rough.
That's quite bad. Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so much about skill. It's much more about like those rotations and the psychological level, as we spoke a little bit about. They just were already on the defensive at the start of the round.
Yeah.
You just can't win your engagements if you fear your enemy so much at the start. You just can't do it.
Yeah, one good news I would say for BRTD would be the performance of Prodigo and Burnhead. I think they can build on this. Afrotix was also quite good on the LA, which given he is the main LA for his team, so yeah, kind of makes sense to have him quite quite performing well. Shifty was not supposed to play the heavy, so to play the LA. So yeah, he's flexing, but yeah, I think his preferred role would be the heavy. In the meantime, I think 1KPM just played great, especially in the second half. Like, they didn't really have that bad period they had at the end of the first round, and yeah, they just played consistently
I think the
at a
last
very
minutes
great
of the
level.
first one, yeah, just wake them up for real, like for serious. It wasn't so much of a bad end of the round, but they just saw that if they went a bit too much casual, BRTD would not forgive them that.
Yeah.
So they just went full serious mode, and it worked very nicely. They made some nice pincer maneuvers. They had some very nice synergy, pushing all together at the same time, just picking and rotating all the way around, just going ham, I'd say.
So at the end of the first round, we had a 23-point difference, and at the end of the second round, we had a 56-point difference. So in the second round, 1KPM managed to build a 43 points differential just over the second round. So quite a good performance. Like, it was a 43. It was around that 30-ish kind of gap they had at the beginning, at the end of the first round, just before they kind of collapsed a bit, or at least underperformed. So yeah. I don't know if we are going to have team captains or just for the interview. I'm gonna poke the admins.
Maybe. Do you have questions in mind, Ati?
I feel like the only question that we can ask is just how do they feel about playing their first official match into the PIL tournament? Like, how do they went for practicing? How did it go? Yeah, I think that's might be the only question. Like, what happened? We basically know what happened. So yeah.
I'd very much enjoy to like what was their strategy on BRTD side. I wonder if totaling on one building was the thing they wanted to do from the start, or if it was kind of a counter maneuver. I'm really curious about it. And as you said, Shifty is a flex on the LA side. So what was their plan? Were they planning to keep Shifty all the time on LA, or maybe not? Maybe they were trying to, because if you remember right, on the first side, the tier pulled already from the start 2 LAs, while VS pulled one.
Yep.
And then
was
they
Asian.
Yes,
was the only LA. Kirk was playing the Bolt.
And then they switched. So my question would be, yeah, did they want it actually to get the air dominance right at the start, so the VS would stick with the 1 LA, and then Shifty could shift again, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Aiken is is a map where you're playing double LAs is basically mandatory.
Yeah.
As we will have Shifty at least and Kirk. So we have both team captains. So let me move those gentlemen. And yeah, be ready for the interview.
Insufficient permissions.
Oh yeah. Move them. Really?
Insufficient permissions.
Ah, yeah, I know what I need to do. I need to give them the interview role so I can move them.
User joined your channel.
Nice.
User was moved to your
hello.
channel.
Hello, Kirk.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Shifty. Yeah, first and foremost, just well done. Well done. So, like, being the opening match maybe does put a bit of pressure, but yeah, I think you both did great for the first match. Given it's a orange bracket match and you don't have that much experience, it was still enjoyable to watch. And yeah, I think given it's a match of the orange bracket, the only question I would have to both team captains, maybe we'll start with Shifty. how do you feel first match? Maybe the first loss. Do you feel like you could have prepared better? How the process of getting into 6v6 was for BRTD?
I would say, I mean, it's the first time we've played Aiken as a group, so we've not had a match on Aiken yet. A lot of the guys prior to starting this process hadn't played on Jaeger at all, or had very little practice on Jaeger. So they're adjusting to the difference in live and Jaeger with the lag, etc. Knowing what you're going to be able to get away with and what you're not going to be able to get away with. So yeah, it's a learning process. We've had some good friendlies, we've had some bad friendlies in the lead up, but yeah, first time on Aiken for most of the team, so we're getting used to it. And I just hate the black hand.
We saw that. Kirk, same question for you. 1KPM. We did see a lot of training requests onto the Jaeger event. So how was the preparation for 1KPM coming for that first match?
Very similar to BRTD. Actually, we hadn't played on Aiken together either, so it was a new experience for us as well. Other than that, we had some scrims. We scrimmed Bling, who is a blue bracket team, and then we also scrimmed FU, who is an orange bracket. And that's about as much preparation as we've had as a team, other than individuals doing Jaeger and Pogs and all that stuff.
Okay. How was the maybe last question for me, and I will let Ross ask some question. I'm more interested, Shifty, how was the overall mood? It's really important to keep a good mood, especially if you want to go to the entire tournament, which is quite long. 5 weeks is quite long. How was it? Even though you were getting beaten by 1KPM, how was the mood in the squad? Did you try to, as a group, find a solution together and sing together?
Yeah, we did. Look, it's gonna when you feel like you're getting sort of squashed, you're gonna start to get a bit annoyed. But no, the guys held it together really well. Kept the comms quite tight. It's just just working on the map knowledge, knowing the other ways we can push around, and getting the confidence to know when we can do it.
Okay, I think that sums up pretty much my question. Ross, go ahead if you have some.
Well, at first, GG to both of your teams, and congratulations on 1KPM to win that first match. Nicely
Thank
played. The information you gave pretty much answered my questions. I was wondering what was your strategies coming in directly on the match. What was your way of thinking? Did you guys wanted to addressing on the BRTD side? Did you guys wanted to play defensively from the start, or was it a reaction on the very aggressive pushes from 1KPM? And on the other side, how did 1KPM handle the switchings? How did you guys handle the 2 LAs? Did you wanted from the start to switch your ball to Kirk? What was all of your tactics, guys? I'm really curious. Starting for BRTD first, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah. Starting with us on the start of the game, it was chaotic because we had one guy just about getting in, so we had to change literally what we were planning at the start. At the very beginning, we had to go really defensive from the very beginning because we knew we were one man down. I wasn't expecting the bolt on this map, if I'm honest, so that was a bit of a
surprise.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
And then there was, of course, the first moment they went to 2 LAs because I pushed the single LA and found 2 hiding around the corner. So yeah, it was just sort of, it was unsettling all the way through at the start. I think, yeah, defensiveness was just a case of inexperience and sort of just doing what we knew we could do, trying to bunch up and then get the kills, and then trying to move on from that, maybe get a couple and then push onto them. It worked sometimes, didn't work sometimes. So
very understandable. Well, thank you for the precision, Shifty. Well, how about you guys, 1KPM?
Yeah, we started out with me bolting, but I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't feeling as effective, so I just switched to heavy about, I don't know, 5 minutes in maybe. And yeah, did much better from after that. Like strategy related, we didn't really have specific strategies prepared. It was more of us just kind of grouping up, going in, and then playing off of each other, since we're comfortable playing with each other. Like we play on live together very often, so we're just kind of comfortable with each other, and we just kind of played off of that. And yeah, looks like it worked out pretty well today.
It absolutely did. Well, thank you for your input, Kirk.
Yep, thank you.
I have no more questions. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
and I think on this we can just congratulate you both and wish you luck for the rest of your tournament, and welcome into the 6v6 kind of secret family. I would say, yeah. Well, it's I'm so glad that we have new teams kind of starting the game mode, which was our case in VOD last year, and I think we grew so much in terms of outfit and in terms of skill wise as well on live play. So yeah, welcome to the path of being an elite outfit, and let's go. And yeah, thank you very much, gentlemen, and see you later. Bye bye.
Cool.
Yeah.
One last thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. No,
go
sorry,
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you're the winners, so GG, congratulations, and yeah, good luck with the rest of the bracket.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for taking care of the stream, doing the commentary, and thank you to everyone at PIL for running this event.
That's it.
You're welcome. Cheers.
Thank
Thank you very much. See you later.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Yep.
See you later.
See you guys.
Cheers.
User was moved out of your
User
channel.
left your channel.
How wholesome. That's nice.
Yeah, I think it is quite nice to have new players, like just given like they are new to the game mode, like they are discovering the map and the way 6v6 is playing, and sometimes teams just comes into that game mode and they like, oh, we are kind of good in life, I think we should fare good on 6v6. Like, it's kind of different. You need to have a strong team play, which I think does explain, knowing Urge a tiny bit, does explain why Urge might have get the edge over BRTD tonight. Urge being I would say a bit of a infantry focused outfit. Yet I repeat, I don't know BRTD because they are from Miller. But yeah, having a strong team play is not enough to perform well in 6v6. You need to learn the map. I think we just had two teams learning the map tonight, and just 1 KPM adapting a bit more quickly to the map, where we've seen BRTD being a bit stuck sometimes on, okay, we have this building now, what now? we have the southern side building, what can we do now? Like,
Absolutely.
how to push the advantage.
Icon is just unforgiving when you're stuck
Yeah.
when you're stuck and struggling to
I
take
think
decisions quickly.
just like in real life, the first time is really horrible on Aiken. You just get to know your partner, you just get to know your the base, and the first time is not really the best one. But yeah, I think it's just a matter of knowing the base, and yeah, maybe it's just going to be a base which they will decide, okay, we are never going to play the base anymore, and we are going to ban that base first, whatever matters. So yeah, we will see in the future, if they were to replay the base, how they would perform, because
going to be
now they
interesting.
kind of know the base.
Orange bracket seems very interesting indeed.
Yeah,
Looking forward
I
to see
think
their
I
matches.
think we will have some matches like in the caliber of what we just had, with one team just being so dominant. But I think we will have like teams a bit more closer in terms of level, and have a very interesting match. So yeah, really looking forward for the orange bracket. It's a good thing that they are on a separate bracket. I feel like maybe the top team of the orange could have good match against not stronger team from the blue bracket. 1 KPM did say that they were screaming BLNG, so
that's
it's
going to be
a good
interesting.
thing. Yeah, that's quite a good team to scream, at least to start on. So yeah, I think on that note we can send off the stream, and we'll just have a last look at the schedule, because today, at least tonight for the Europeans, we will have 3 match. So in 1 hour, we will have DAF, so Doesn't Fall and Friend versus RPN, and then we have ATP versus Prey 1 after it. 1 hour after it, and then 1 hour after it we have Bax B versus Tide. So yeah, a lot of match coming into the weekend as well. We have a very packed planning, and yeah, I think tomorrow we are starting on at 12 UTC. So yeah, with a good match as well. Z's versus Mensis, 2 top teams facing each other. Should be a very, very great match. And I think on that note, do you have anything to add on before we left? We cut off the stream.
Nothing else. That thanking everybody involved again, and thanking you, Atypic. It was so nice to cast with you, as always.
Yeah, as always.
Pleasure, really.
Yeah, it was for the first time you did great, and yeah, looking forward to cast more with you, and looking forward to cast more Planetside on Planetside Infantry League. Goodbye, and stay tuned for more Planetside.